Hi, welcome to Backflipt video series. In this video, I want to explain how Backflipt helps in account handoffs. Typically, when a new salesperson takes over an existing customer engagement, he or she faces quite a few challenges due to cold account handoff. Challenges such as uh, having to know the current state of the engagement, being aware of issues, deliverables, and timelines, the roles and responsibilities of people involved in the engagement, having access to all the content scattered across multiple emails. Backflip's warm account handoff avoids these challenges. I want to show you how Backflip achieves that by showing you an example. So on the screen, you see my interactions with customer Peter Jones at Zenloris. I'm discussing post-pilot plans with Peter. And here, all my email interactions are captured nicely. Now, I would like to hand over this account to Steve. And before Steve takes over this account, I would like him to shadow my conversations with Peter and come up to speed on this account. Typically, before Backflipped, I used to do that by forwarding a ton of emails to Steve, and most of the time, those emails used to get lost in his inbox clutter. But Backflipped allows a very simple method to provide this knowledge transfer. So I start the process by tapping on B. So I flip this conversation, I swipe left, and now I can add people into this. I tap on add people and search for Steve. I see Steve here. I select him. Now, before I add Steve, let me just show you Steve's phone and see his experience on his screen. So now let me actually finish the process of adding Steve. Now I have added Steve into this conversation, and I can basically send a message to Steve about what I'm expecting him to do in this engagement. And now, as you can see, Steve gets a notification that he's part of the engagement with Zenloris. He taps on that. He now sees that I have added him into this relationship, and I'm asking him to review conversations with the customer and come up to speed on the current state of this engagement. So Steve can now can see the customer conversations by tapping on B. When he swipes left, he sees all the people that are involved from the customer side. He sees all the content that is exchanged, all the email attachments that are exchanged during this interaction. And now he can go to the beginning of this interaction and start going through the details of the trail. So he sees that I'm discussing post-pilot plans, and he sees that the customer, Peter, has asked for a couple of features, and I have committed to the delivery along with some specific timelines. He also notices the content that is exchanged, and also some of the pricing negotiations that are going on, along with a quote that I have sent to Peter. So in just a few minutes, Steve comes up to speed with what is going on in this engagement. And he does that by shadowing this engagement without being actually actively involved in the customer interactions. Once, if in this process, if Steve has any doubts, then he can tap on B and get into a private engagement with me. So we can have our private discussions about any issues or questions that Steve has about the engagement. And once Steve is comfortable, then he can actively take over this engagement. So Backflipt allows a warm handoff to happen. And because of the warm account handoff, now Steve knows what is the current state of the engagement. He's aware of the deliverables and timelines, the roles and responsibilities of the people, and he has access to all the content that was shared as part of this engagement. So this is how Backflip helps in warm account handoff. Thank you.